The November 2025 National Security Strategy released by the United States of America has clearly and in no uncertain terms outlined their emphasis on the Indo-Pacific region. If analyzed from an Indian point of view, Bay of Bengal can be a theater of war where both US and China would want to dominate. But India considers the Bay of Bengal its backyard and should take actions to ensure that its dominance in the region remains unchallenged. Apart from India, Myanmar and Bangladesh are the other two players. Myanmar is resilient and more in the folds of China, but Bangladesh is vulnerable. US has started playing its continental strategic games to firstly throw out the legitimate democratic government of Sheikh Hasina and replaced it with its titular leaders, and now they are stepping up the accelerator by getting fake election announcements scheduled for Feb 2026, wherein the leading political parties get banned. The aim is clear: put pressure on India. If India doesn't toe their line, get the Pakistan card from your pack and show clear signs of inflicting strategic damage by causing religious divide lines, which has always been a bane of the Indian society. The invitation to the Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir, again to White House, is not necessarily for getting troops for Gaza, but mainly to further the theory of inflicting more misery on India from east in the form of Bangladesh. Make no mistake, whatever is happening in Bangladesh is carefully planned and orchestrated to put pressure on India. India has realized late in the day that the country requires humongous efforts to upgrade its navy, although its army and air force are fairly ready for their leadership role in the region. It may take a decade for India to get to the adequate levels of confronting any world power in its backyard, although even today, Indian military capability in the Bay of Bengal cannot be taken lightly. Andaman and Nicobar Islands can be the biggest asset, but also a vulnerability. America's ploy in Bangladesh is taking India further away from them, and they will have very limited options if India gets swayed towards China, because once China covers its Malacca dilemma, they are more than a match for US-led forces in the South China Sea, and will not hesitate to realize their long-standing goal of gobbling up Taiwan and become a continental power by spreading its wings in the Pacific Ocean. US under Trump is not hesitating to play dangerously, whether in Venezuela, Ukraine, Iran, or elsewhere. Their bombings in Iran have further emboldened them, but this is too fragile a ground for them to force a rising giant like India to toe their line, which is definitely not in India's long-term strategic interests. India is determined to hold its own, although time will tell as to how long can India continue to maintain its equilibrium of walking the thin line.